Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. Today's event will highlight the strategic priority of the Mediterranean Initiative 3, a key pillar of Horizon Europe 2026 and 2027 work program. This session will provide in-depth overview of upcoming funding opportunities, practical guidance and participation in collaborative research and innovation projects, and valuable experience sharing from European and Mediterranean stakeholders. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to give the floor to Mrs. Ninki Bonsman, the head of unit Asia, Pacific, Africa, and the Middle East at European Commission. Ninki, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, and good afternoon to everyone who is still connecting to this webinar on the Mediterranean Initiative number 3. I see the numbers are still increasing, so that is very good, very great. We always want to have as many people connected to these sessions as possible. And we hope it will be useful for you today. We are indeed promoting the third edition of this Mediterranean initiative that we started several years ago in Horizon Europe, the European Research and Innovation Program. The Mediterranean remains, of course, a strategic crossroads characterized by security tensions, a strong economic interdependence, and growing environmental pressures, which makes the reinforced dialogue between the EU and the southern neighborhood more necessary than ever. In this context, we are very strong believers of science diplomacy. We believe it plays a very crucial role as research and innovation cooperation, international cooperation in this area helps to maintain dialogue, build trust, and deliver shared solutions, even in times of geopolitical uncertainty, or perhaps especially. And against this backdrop, we are particularly encouraged by the positive results that we already achieved since a few years with this Mediterranean initiative. The Mediterranean Initiative number 3 that we are presenting to you today is building directly on the success of the first and the second version, and that both significantly strengthened the collaboration in research and innovation between the European Union and the Southern Mediterranean entities, especially universities and research organizations. For example, the first version that ran in 23-24 recorded a 60% annual increase in participation from universities and research organizations from the Mediterranean, and this is compared to the previous R&I program Horizon 2020. It mobilized over 1 billion in EU funding and is still involving more than 2,000 institutions. The second version of the Mediterranean Initiative, which we supported under Horizon Europe Work Program 2025. There we had 12 topics with a budget of more or less 165 million to foster on this cooperation. But this work program is much more recent, so we don't have results to share with you yet. And then now in December, we launched Work Program 26-27 with the third version of this Mediterranean initiative. And this continues to support jointly agreed regional priorities, which are health, including vaccine development, antiviral therapeutics, and monoclonal antibodies, The second priority is climate change, with a very strong emphasis on biodiversity and climate resilience. And the third one is renewable energy, notably renewable energy-based electricity grids. So this work program 26-27 is supporting the third initiative through 18 different topics with a budget of 420 million euros, which is allocated to this call for proposals, promoting the collaboration between researchers on both sides. And these, what I wanted to say is that the priorities that I just described, the three, were decided at the highest level by the research and innovation ministers of the European Union and the Southern Med already 4 years ago in June 2022. And more recently, they have been reinforced and are fully aligned with the recently adopted Pact for the Mediterranean, One Sea, One Pact, One Future, which really serves as the EU's new flagship framework for deepened cooperation with the Southern Mediterranean partners. You may have seen that in this Pact for the Mediterranean, there are several new R&I actions that we are going to further develop in the next months and years, such as the Mediterranean R&I hubs, the scaling up of innovative solutions, the enhanced cooperation in the blue economy, as well as establishing a Euro-Mediterranean Science Diplomacy Center. Following my intervention, you will receive detailed and practical presentations on the Horizon Europe calls under this Mediterranean Initiative 3 initiative. And further information will be provided by my colleagues. Heba Gaber is with us, Alessandro Calabro, and of course also Ahmed from Euraccess. My colleagues will demonstrate how to use also the EU Funding and Tenders portal. This is the website where all of the calls for proposals are published, how to navigate this space, and give you very concrete examples to help you prepare and submit hopefully successful proposals. We also have with us 3 testimonials. We're always very happy with the researchers who are willing to do this, because we very much believe that if you listen to researchers that have already been successful in Horizon Europe, it's probably the best way of learning. So thank you very much to Professor Tounsi, to Dr. Sultan and Dr. Radwan to be with us from Tunisia and Egypt today and share your experience with this collaboration. So to all of you, use this time together this afternoon. Ask as many questions as you wish, clarifications if things are unclear. And then I wish you a very successful and informative event. Thank you very much, Ahmed. The floor is back to you.
Thank you, Ninki, for this nice introduction. So I think now we can move to Mrs. Heba Gaber from the European Commission, from EU delegation to Egypt. And I will try to share my screen, Heba.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ahmed.
Yeah, yes, okay.
So thank you, Ahmed, for the organization. Thank you, Ninki, for the introduction. And perhaps a good start is to start from the very beginning. I see that we have close to more than 200 participants. So perhaps Horizon Europe is not familiar to some of you. So we start from the beginning. Next, please. So Horizon Europe is the EU program for funding research and innovation. You see on the screen the structure of the program, and today we will focus around Pillar 2, which is the pillar that includes all the calls that we are presenting today under Mediterranean Initiative 3. But however, of course, we will also present Marie Sklodowska-Curie actions under Pillar 1, which is one of the very, very popular instruments in the Mediterranean, in the South Mediterranean, which is open to researchers from any nationality, including, of course, the South Mediterranean researchers. And of course, there's also the European Research Council, which is also open to all nationalities. So the program is structured around 3 pillars mainly. Pillar 1, concerned with excellent science. Pillar 2, which is concerned with what we call clusters, 6 clusters, but mainly this is the pillar that supports collaborative research in thematic areas, including health, culture, civil security for society, digital space, mobility, food, biotechnology, natural resources, agriculture, environment, climate, of course. This is the typical thematic kind of research areas. And finally, pillar 3, concerned with supporting innovation. And today we will be mainly focusing on pillar, as I said, pillar 1, the mobility, pillar 1 concerned with training, career development and mobility of researchers, and pillar 2, under which all the calls concerning Mediterranean Initiative 3. And by Mediterranean Initiative 3, we basically mean calls targeting cooperation with the Mediterranean. The program supports grants or supports funding collaborative research through competitive grants. And by Mediterranean Initiative, we mean calls targeting cooperation with the Mediterranean region, and we will present those calls today. Next, please. So Horizon Europe is the largest research and innovation program in the world, but it's a European program, but it's an open program, meaning that it's open to all countries to participate. Not all countries are eligible to automatic funding, of course, but South Mediterranean countries under Pillar 2 are mainly eligible to receive funding. The program, as I said, is open, but we also have targeted calls. Targeted calls meaning calls targeting international cooperation at large, or calls targeting cooperation with some parts of the world or some region, including, for example, what we are presenting today, the calls targeting cooperation with the Mediterranean region. Next, please. So as Ninki presented, where those calls come from and what areas are they targeting, those calls are mainly in the areas of health, climate change, and renewable energy. Why those 3 areas? Because at the highest political level, the countries in the Mediterranean basin agreed that this is what they want to collaborate on. Those are the priorities. It's not that those are the only priorities, but those were the adopted priorities in 2020 at the ministerial meeting, in addition, of course, to the priorities addressed by the PRIMA, the Partnership for Research and Innovation in the Mediterranean area, including water, agro-food value chains, food security, and the nexus. So on top of the priorities addressed by PRIMA, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with PRIMA program or the PRIMA partnership, we also want to collaborate more on health, climate change, and renewable energy. Since Horizon Europe is the main funding instrument or the program through which we fund our priorities, the targeted what we call by Mediterranean Initiative, targeted calls in the various work programs have been launched under different work programs of Horizon Europe. And what do we mean by a work program? This is very important terminology. A work program is sort of the catalog that includes all the calls that will be published within a certain time frame. So now we are under work program 2026, 2027. So Mediterranean Initiative 3, the calls will be open in the context of the coming 2 years, 2026, 2027. Next, please. So an overview of Mediterranean Initiative 1, that was in work program. As we said, work program is the terminology we use for a time frame in which some calls will be published. So the first Mediterranean Initiative was under work program 2023-2024. We allocated 320 million euros to 37 topics aligned with the research and innovation roadmaps. And those roadmaps are roadmaps pertaining to the 3 priority areas we mentioned: health, climate change, and renewable energy. Next, please. So as a result of those calls, 18 projects were funded with participation from 10 South Mediterranean countries. The total EU contribution to those projects is 245 million euros. The vast majority of the projects were in the area of health, climate change, 12 projects, followed by renewable energy, and last were in the area of health. And I would like to seize the opportunity here to highlight that we really hope for more participation in the area of health, where there is a gap in projects funded in this area, and we really hope for more. Countries that participated are displayed on the screen. I'm not going to repeat, but the program is open and on competitive basis. So these are the countries that succeeded in participating in the 18 mentioned projects. Next, please. So those are examples of what we can call success stories, projects with participation of South Mediterranean countries in those particular area. For example, from Egypt, there are projects on sustainable aquaculture with AI and IoT, or the project on Wi-Fi Nexus from agroforestry. And I will show you where to find details about those projects towards the end of my presentation in details. I will not present them, but I will show you where to find those and more towards the end of my presentation. Next, please. Mediterranean Initiative 2 under Work Program 2025. This was a one-year program, allocated 120 million euros to 13 topics, again looking at the priorities. The focus areas were infectious disease, offshore wind energy, migration, climate change, and phytosanitary measures. Next, please. Looking at the overall participation in Horizon Europe so far, since we did not sign yet the 2025 grants, but this is an overall participation from the South Mediterranean. You can see the figures with some countries participating less or more. Some countries are associated. Egypt is recently associated. For example, Tunisia has been associated since the beginning of the program. And the net contribution here is not the overall budget of the projects. It's the budget going to the participating entities from those countries. For example, again, looking at, for example, Egypt participated in 49 projects and the entities received close to 6 million euros. Tunisia, for example, participated in 86 projects and received 15.5 million euros. Next, please. The success rate is something that is very important to look at. In fact, the success rate from the South Mediterranean countries is very high. You might think it's low looking at the figures, but knowing that the EU countries' overall success rate across the different pillars is around 16%, you will notice that the success rate of South Mediterranean countries is at par with the success rate of EU countries. So the average is 16%, and many South Mediterranean countries are at that success rate or even slightly higher, like Morocco, for example, and Tunisia. So while the program is perceived as a very competitive program, the South Mediterranean countries are as successful and as competitive as the EU countries in the program, looking at the success rate across pillars. This is an overview of PRIMA so far, since we mentioned PRIMA. Of course, the PRIMA is not the focus of our seminar today, but our webinar today. But the PRIMA has been a successful program supporting other priority areas, as I mentioned, water management, food security, agro-food value chains, and Nexus. PRIMA has been launching calls since 2019. And so far, those are the total number of projects from participating states from the South and the total budget received by entities in those countries. Of course, the number of participants exceeds the number of projects because some entities participate in multiple projects, but this is the overall number of projects or success, the most recent participation figures until the last calls. The next calls should be launched around perhaps February, March of this year. So we also encourage you to explore opportunities under PRIMA. Next, please. So Mediterranean Initiative 3, the new calls. Next, please. So as we agreed, or as we discussed, we are now under work program 2026-2027. We allocated 420 million of euros, supporting 18 topics, targeting or reinforcing Mediterranean, like I wouldn't call UFM priorities, but Mediterranean opportunities where the countries agreed on as we said, health, climate change, and renewable energy. Focus areas for this round, back please, okay, are, for example, under health, vaccine development, and antiviral therapeutics, and monoclonal antibodies. For climate change, the focus is on biodiversity and on renewable energy solutions based electricity grids. Next, please. So those are the calls for proposals in details. We filtered them out for you to be ready. The slides will be shared with you. How to find the call is very easy. You just copy the call ID on the left column. You paste it in the search under the funding and tender portal that my colleague Ahmed Mallal will present in details, and then it will take you automatically to the call. But before you do that, there are certain things that we always need to highlight. First, you need to create a login account for the portal if you do not already have one. You need to register and create a PIN, even if the PIN is not validated, but it will be validated if you are selected. So create an account on the funding and tender portal. That would be the very first advice. The second is to register your organization and create a PIC. It will take time to be validated, but don't worry, if you get shortlisted and you are selected for a project, the validation process will go very smooth and quick, and we can also support that. The second thing, after you register, you create the PIC, you look at this call, the calls that are targeting the Mediterranean, but you can also look at any other calls that you are eligible for under Pillar 2, or if you are applying as an individual researcher or targeting mobility. I'm sure Ahmed will talk a lot about that. You can find opportunities under your access or even under the funding and tender portal. But you have to first decide, do you want to engage in collaborative research, or are you looking for mobility opportunities? Are you applying as an individual, or are you applying as an organization? If you plan to apply as an organization, then in all cases, you need to have your organization have a PIC. One simple advice also, and we have with us in the webinar Dr. Amr Radwan, who is the national contact point for Marie Curie in Egypt, and I'm sure he will echo my request, is that before you create a PIC for your organization, make sure that the organization does not already have an existing PIC, because this can create confusion and problems later. Next, please. So this is my last slide, but I will highlight a few things. You can find the call under the all information about the policy background and the priorities. You will find it under the first link, which is the International Cooperation website. The second link is to the funding and tender portal that Ahmed will speak about in details, but I encourage you to create an account, find the right call. Now you found the right call, what do you need to do? Now that you have a PIC, you registered, you found the call that you want to apply for. In Pillar 2, you are mostly eligible to receive automatic funding if you are if you belong to an institution that is based in the South Mediterranean countries, but you need to find partners. I'm sure Ahmed will talk about finding partners, but there are many ways to find a partner. You can use your personal network, which is the most effective way. Or under the funding and tender portal, there is a partner search option where you can post a partner search request or browse the partner search requests posted by others, or you can rely on your national network of contact points, which is the third link. This is very important. because this network of national contact points is a mirror structure, meaning that if you are, for example, interested in a call in health, you need to go through a drop list, click on your country, find the national contact point for health in your country. There is like one in every country if one is nominated. But those are not only in the South Mediterranean countries, but also in European countries. So you can contact the national contact point for cluster 1 or health in Spain, for example, or France. The contact information is found online. You can contact them and try to seek their help finding partners. The more specific you are, the more likely that they will reply. So if you identify a particular call and looking for a specific partner profile, like a university in France, specialized, that has a research team specialized in that particular area, if you are very specific in the request, then the likelihood of getting a response, of course, increases. Last but not least, I posted the link for Cordis. Cordis is very important. You remember when, like few slides back, when I presented the success stories, or this is the database for finding all projects. Why is that important? Because on Cordis, if you just in the search, or you can filter by program, if you type like or search for the name of the project, you will find all information about the project, meaning under which call it was supported, what other projects were supported under this call, similar projects that were supported under this call, who was the coordinator for the project, who were the partners from your country and other countries, the budget that they received, description of the project. So this is your guidance to networks, partners, potential partners, and also to what the winning projects looked like. So it's kind of a guide, and it's a very, very, very rich database. It's also a very, very transparent database. So in all the previous calls, you will find we publish all the winning projects with the project outcomes, the partners, the contact information, if not like the contact information explicitly, but you can contact them through the Cordis, reach all coordinators. Those are your potential partners. You can seek like who are the partners in successful projects from your country. You can contact them, you can seek partnership. So it's a very, very useful database. That I think it's underused, and I think that it's a wealth of information that can really help you in seeing how the winning projects looked like, and also it's a very good source for finding potential partners in your area. So that's it from my side. I hope I did not take more. I think I took more than the 15 minutes allocated for my part, but thank you very much, and really wish you a successful webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Hiba, for this nice presentation. I think you present everything about the MED initiative, and we will try to, after the presentation, after that, we will try to make some practical things with the platform and try to find some call of proposals. So now I think we will give the floor to Anouk Lafortune from DG EAC to present the MSCA actions and the PRIA 1 in Horizon Europe. So Anouk, the floor is yours, and please, I will stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Ahmed, and good afternoon, everyone. Let me share my screen. You should, too many things popping up. So there we go. You should see it full screen now. Is that good?
Let's wait. Yes, now it's okay.
Great.
Yes.
So,
please go ahead.
yes. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm going to try and present very quickly, or in 15 minutes, the different opportunities that exist under the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, or MSCA program for short. So this first slide, I think you have already seen. But just to emphasize again, we are part of Horizon Europe. We are one program within the broader Horizon Europe under the Pillar 1 focused on excellent science. And excellence is a core aspect of the MSCA. Now, what we mean by excellence in MSCA is we look at excellence in terms of scientific excellence, in terms of scientific research, but also in terms of excellence in the training and the opportunities, career development opportunities offered for researchers in any scientific field. So we're fully bottom up as a program. So we cover all scientific fields, from social sciences and humanities to physics, chemistry, engineering and information science, etc., etc. I've missed some, obviously. I cannot cover all disciplines. Now, the objectives of the program, as I said, is about the program is about supporting researchers' training, skills, and career development throughout their career, so at different stages in their career. It's also about carrying out excellent research in different scientific fields. And we promote mobility. That means international mobility, but also mobility across different sectors. So from academia to industry, for example, and collaboration across disciplines, so interdisciplinary research. But we see it as a mean to an end, the end being supporting the researchers' training and career development and the excellence of research. Now, beyond that, we have broader general objectives of supporting certain standards in terms of setting up attractive working and employment conditions for researchers, and having lasting effects on notably on the quality of training programs that are provided to researchers, and on the collaborations that start from an MSCA project but can continue beyond the duration of the projects, including international collaborations. Now we have six main actions in MSCA at the moment, and here we try to color code the different actions to flag how individual researchers can apply to or can participate in these different actions. But essentially, as I was saying before, we try the aim of the program is to support researchers at all the stages of their career. So starting from a doctoral network, so supporting the setting up of doctoral programs, international doctoral programs, to then postdoctoral fellowships, which in this case is an individual fellowship. So one researcher applying together with an institution to carry out a single research project. And then we also have staff exchanges for different career stages of researchers. So for encouraging exchanges of staff, in particularly international exchanges of staff between organizations. So in Europe to outside Europe and vice versa. But also intersectoral exchanges, so exchanges between institutions of different sectors. We also have a co-fund action, so meaning that we co-finance. So we're not the only, the beneficiaries have to find other sources of funding, but we co-finance both doctoral and postdoctoral programs through this co-fund action. And we have a novelty. As of 2025, we have a Choose Europe for Science pilot, our new mini 6 action, which aims to promote. It's a pilot to try and address the issue of precarity for researchers, which is a big issue in the EU, by providing longer fellowship through co-funding, a new co-funding mechanism. I'll explain a bit more later on this action. And finally, we have an outreach science communication action called MSCA and Citizen. So those are all the actions that we have. Now, how can you participate? So the participation, I think this was covered before, but just as a little reminder, Obviously, participation is a little bit different if you're an organization in an EU member state or an associated country of Horizon Europe compared to if you're in a third country not associated to Horizon Europe. On our side, wherever you are in the world, you can participate, but under slightly different conditions. And also, just to flag that, and I think it's on my last slide, for individual researchers, we are open to researchers from anywhere in the world. So all our actions are open for researchers, individual researchers, regardless of nationality or where they are based in, at the time of applying at least. So just to flag here a bit more on the specificities of participation for organization based in non-associated third countries. As I was saying, there's a bit of different possibilities to participate. In most cases, third country organizations can participate in associated partners status in MSCA, and it's only in our doctoral networks, so our doctoral programs, where it's possible to participate as a beneficiary. If this is possible for countries benefiting from the automatic funding, so from countries in low and medium income countries that are listed in the Horizon Europe general annexes. I think this was mentioned already before, or also for another reason, for exceptional funding, if the participation of the organization is considered essential for the implementation of the action. So you see that there are different ways to participate. Now, the difference between beneficiary and associated partner for an organization, the beneficiary is an organization that will sign the grant agreement with the EU and that will receive the funding directly. Whereas the associated partner does not sign the grant agreement and does not receive funding, but they contribute and benefit in various ways from the action. They can host staff or researchers on secondments, for example, for more or less a long period of time. They can contribute to the training, many ways to contribute depending on the type of action. So this is the difference. Now, in terms of individual, as I was saying, all our actions are open to researchers from anywhere in the world. There are different ways for researchers to apply to the positions funded by MSCA. So in the case of the doctoral networks and our co-fund doctoral and postdoctoral programs, it's through EURACCESS, which we talked about, already mentioned a little bit. For postdoctoral fellowships action, there the individual researcher already applies together with their organization. They apply together for the EU level, on the funding and tenders portal call that was mentioned as well. For staff exchanges, it's a bit different because it's a staff exchange program. So this is based on an internal decision among the organizations participating in the staff exchange project. So it will be decided by the sending institution. Now, just a few words, but very quick, on the different actions that we have. So the first one, doctoral networks, the aim is to fund a doctoral program with some minimum requirements that you have here on the slide. So the duration of the action is 4 years. It covers fellowships for up to, in most cases, for up to 36 months, so for up to 3 years. And there are certain restrictions in terms of the composition of the consortium that will implement the doctoral network. Now, moving on to postdoctoral fellowships. So this is the one where the individual fellow applies together with their host institution in the EU level calls on the funding and tenders portal. And here, as I said, it's an individual project that a researcher will carry out, both to deliver an excellent research project, but also to develop themselves, their skills, and their career opportunities. And we have two options in postdoc fellowships. We have a European fellowship, open to researchers from anywhere in the world, for funding for up to 2 years to carry out a project. We also have a more restricted option, the Global Fellowship, which can last up to 3 years, with the first outgoing phase. So for fellows to actually be hosted in a third country not associated to Horizon Europe for these up to 2 years, and they will then return to Europe as part of their for the final return phase of their project. This global fellowship option is only open for either European nationals or for long-term residents in EU member states or associated countries. There's always a mobility rule that applies for individual researcher. Bear this in mind. So essentially, you cannot be hosted through an MSCA fellowship in an institution in a country where you've lived or worked for more than a year in the last 3 years before the call deadline or before your recruitment, depending on the action. So bear also this in mind, depending on where you are. The MSCA Staff Exchanges action I mentioned. So this one is really to promote short-term mobilities for staff to get experience in another organization. And this again, certain the key elements of the staff exchange action are here on the slide. And you see a lot of flexibility in terms of the composition of the consortium, but also in terms of the types of secondments that can be done. So it can be a short 1-month secondment, but it can also be much longer according to the needs of the project. And our co-fund action, so we co-finance both doctoral and postdoctoral program for a maximum duration of 5 years. So this is another option. If you're an individual researcher, know that the fellowships in this action are for minimum 3 months, but there is no maximum duration. So it will always depend on the vacancy advertised by the institutions recruiting researchers in co-fund projects. And finally, the new one is the MSCA co-fund Choose Europe for Science. And there, as you see, the duration is longer with a new approach to co-funding, where actually we fully finance the first 3 years, up to 3 years of the fellowship. But the institution recruiting the researchers must finance the additional 2 years. So for the individual fellows that will be recruited under the scheme, they can get a contract for up to 5 years through the Choose Europe for Science fellowship. So this is something very new. We had the first call that closed in December. So we're now selecting the consortia of organizations or the organizations that will be recruiting or that will be implementing the MSCA Choose Europe for Science fellowships. And once this selection is done, the projects will then start advertising the new positions for this MSCA Choose Europe for Science on Euraccess. So you'll start seeing vacancies published on Euraccess for this Choose Europe for Science scheme. Again, open to researchers from anywhere in the world. So here we go, and finally, just a calendar of the calls that are forthcoming. So some of them are already open, like Staff Exchange and co-fund already open, and the other ones will be coming in 2026. This was already covered, so just to flag the Funding and Tender Opportunities portal, which is where you submit your application to the EU level call, and some links as well for useful tools and instruments to try and find potential partners. We notably in MSCA have our own MSCA matchmaking platform, where organizations can advertise their expertise or the type of project they're currently preparing, or the current type of proposals they're currently preparing, and try to find support from organizations or potential researchers to contribute to the proposal. So it's a useful tool to have when you're looking for partners. So thank you and also I should say that we have, and it was mentioned earlier, but we have obviously our own national contact points specifically for MSTA. Usually, but I mean, very knowledgeable about the program. So always a good point, a good starting point to contact them if you're thinking of applying for one of the MSCA calls. So I finished there. Thank you very much. Let me stop sharing.
Yes, thanks a lot, Anouk, for this nice presentation. I think we can share the slides with the participants after this webinar, and I think we will make an article news to summarize everything and put all slides related to the MED initiative. So now I will take the floor to present Euraccess, because it's moving from MSCA. There is a lot of opportunities in Euraccess portal. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I'll try to present Euraccess. And first of all, I want to say that there is 9 hubs in the world. And for Africa, I'm based in Tunisia. And my colleague, he is based in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa. We cover the whole continent, and we try to communicate about all opportunities in Horizon Europe, and try to organize a lot of face-to-face events and, of course, online events. So mainly, we provide free access to information about research in Europe, and we promote opportunities for research funding, including the European Research Council and MSCA and Horizon Europe in the whole architecture of the program. So we organize practical tips. We give practical tips to pursue a scientific career in Europe, and we enhance the international collaboration and transnational mobility opportunities. And of course, the network is open to all nationalities, research field, starting from master degree, and at all levels. So when you click on Euraccess portal, you will be able to connect with the network. After that, you will have Euraccess worldwide. And of course, there is the 9 hubs in the world. And of course, from Africa, you should connect with your worldwide Africa. And in Euraccess portal, there is a lot of features and a lot of opportunities. And when you click on jobs and opportunities, you will be able to connect with a lot of many thousands of jobs. And if you have already your account, you can match your profile with this button, match my profile. And for each opportunity, you will be able to choose the offer type, the country, the research field, the research profile, sector, and of course, choose the positions, if it is bachelor position, master position, PhD position, or postdoc position. And after that, you will see that for each opportunity, you'll be able to see the job information, of course, and you can apply with Europass CV. Europass is the platform. It's for free. Just it makes you to create your CV with the concrete format, and of course you can apply. Usually in Euraccess, we send a lot of flash notes and newsletter, and for each flash note we try to put a lot of useful information about cooperation, about opportunities, about core topics in Horizon Europe. And to be able to receive all flash notes, please connect with this button, sign up for free membership to Euraccess Africa, and you will be able to receive all informations about our activities. So save the date for next week. Next week, we will organize 2 webinars. The first session, it will be in English about the Africa Initiative 4. And the second session, it will be in French. Of course, the same. We will present the Africa Initiative 4 under the work program 2026-2027. Okay, this is my contact. I will try to share my contact in the discussion after the presentation. I will stop sharing my screen to move to the platform. Okay, try to, yes, share my screen again. Now I'm connected with Google. I will try to put funding and tenders portal. Okay. and you will see the first link. This is the link of EU portal, when we can find all call of proposals related to Horizon Europe, but of course related to many other EU programs. So first of all, we should click on funding and call of proposals, like that. Okay, and the first option is to select the period. Now we are in 2021 and 27. Of course, I already said that there is a lot of program, but for us, it's Horizon Europe, this one. And for the submission, no need to click and close it, because we are looking to find some call of proposals open for submission or forthcoming, okay? And after that, when we click on all filters, we have a good option in the bottom of this page. It's cross-cutting priority. When we click on cross-cutting priority, we try to move to Mediterranean, okay? When we click here and view results, like that, we have 17 call of proposals related to the MED Initiative 3. And of course, for each call of proposals, it's a workflow. It's the same. Let's, for example, try to select a call of proposals, okay? For example, this one, International Cooperation in Artificial Intelligence. When we click on this call of proposal, first of all, we should save the topic ID. The topic ID means that when we try to exchange with the partner from Europe and from other countries, we should put in our email the topic ID. And for us, Horizon means it's Horizon Europe. Cluster 4 means that this call, it will be open in 2027. And the code is Digital Emerging 06. And of course, the planning opening date, it will be in 17 November 2026. And the deadline date, it will be 18 March 2027. And of course, we have the expected outcome, okay? We have the scope of this call of proposal, and we have some useful links and some general conditions about the participation. We should read all conditions before starting thinking about the proposal writing phase. And it's a budget overview, okay? Just I need to see, yes, it's 06. Let's see the number and to see the budget. This one, it's 08, okay, 04, 5, and this one, it's 06. This is a call, the topic ID. So the budget is 3 million euro, and it's around 2. 2 means that we have 2 grants, indicative number of grants. So means that the European Commission, we have around 2 projects, 2 accepted projects will be in under this call topic. So for each one, we have 1.5 million euro for each project. Okay, and in the same page, there is a good tool. It's a partner search tool. Okay, actually, we have 20 requests, and we will try to click on View Edit, like that. Okay, when we click on View Edit, you will be able to see some organizations. They give the expertise offer or the expertise request. Okay, actually, we have 20 expertise offers. Means that there is more than 20 organizations. They look to be a partner in this call topic. So you should do the same if you want to look to express your interest in this call topic. And to do that, you should sign in. After that, if you have the admin account in your of your organization, you can add the expertise request or the expertise offer. Okay, so of course I advise to do a like short list in order to get the contact of those organizations and contact them after. And of course, it's like we are a good team based on Egypt, based in Algeria, based in and we have a lot of experience, and we want to try to connect with your organization in order to see if we can, for example, prepare a proposal under this call topic, and you can put the call topic ID. This is the way to connect with a partner from Europe, from the world, in order to be involved in such call of proposals. And not only that, this is the workflow, of course. Not only that, we have the possibility to see the guidance and documents like that and help desks. And of course, we try to connect with some national contact points from Europe, for example. We should select funding. Okay, this is the period, it's okay, but we should select Horizon Europe, okay? And we have the new option here, the option of national contact point for Horizon Europe. When we click on the national contact point, let's see, this is a cluster 4. I mean the cluster 4, and we can just click on member state. Let's see, for example, we want to connect with some national contact point from Italy. Okay, this one, Italy, and the function, let's see, cluster 4, this is digital industry and space. And we have already 4 national contact point from Italy. We have the WhatsApp number and we have the email contact. So we can contact those national contact points from Italy and express our interest that we have a lot of experience, and we want to share with you in the Italian network our expertise and our interest to be involved in this call topic. We can do the same with Spain. We can do the same with many countries, European countries, and not only European countries, because the national contact point, we can see there is member states, there is associate countries like Tunisia, like Egypt. Soon we will have Egypt here. And of course, we can countries in the process of association, and we have the third countries. For example, we can see if, for example, actually Egypt is already associate country, but we are waiting for the update of the platform. And when we click on Egypt, we will see that the list of national contact points from Egypt to contact them. So this is another way. The first way is to use the way of partner search tool in the same page of call of proposal. The second way is to see the national contact point tools. And of course, I see Heba already said that we have many ways, not only those ways, but we have the Cordis platform. We can use Cordis platform, and we can use our personal network to be in touch with the partner from Europe to express our interest to be partner in those call of proposals. So I will stop sharing my screen now in order to move for the testimonial with colleagues from Egypt and from Tunisia. Okay. Let's move to Professor Slim Tounsi.
Okay,
Professor
thank
Slim,
you.
the floor is yours, please.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Ahmed Malel for this invitation. It's really an opportunity for me to share the experience of my institution in terms of participation in the in European projects. Particularly, I will speak about the widening projects. Before that, you see my screen?
Yes, everything is okay.
Okay. My institution is the Center of Biotechnology of Sfax in Tunisia. We are a research center belonging to the Ministry of Scientific Research and Higher Education. Regarding now the participation of CBS, the Center of Biotechnology, we have a large participation in European projects, either as partner or as coordinator. In fact, we mainly coordinated two projects. The first one is BioProtect from 2010 to 2013, and the NGS for EcoBroad project from 2022 and 2026. This is to say that CBS participated not only in widening projects. We have participated in many types of projects, such innovation action or innovation research action or Marie Curie projects like this one, IPM for Citrus, MSA RISE 2016. These are the signed projects. To obtain all these projects, we submitted many proposals. Some of them are rejected, some of them are accepted. And for example, here we can see we submitted now more than 44 proposals, and we have at least 10 accepted projects. Now I will move to present our experience in the widening projects. As presented by my colleagues, there are many types of projects belonging to Pillar 1 or 2 or 3. I will speak about this one, widening participation and strengthening the European research area, particularly widening participation and spreading of excellence. The first participation of my institution in this type of projects is from 2016. Why 2016? Simply because Tunisia in 2016 became the first Arab and African country to become associated with the key EU programs, notably ASH 2020. By this occasion, CBS has allowed to participate in this type of programs. Before 2016, we are not allowed because we are third country, not associated country. This is called spreading excellence and widening participation. Particularly, we participated in this call, teaming phase 1. The main goal of this type of call is to support the creation of new centers of excellence or upgrading the existing ones in lower performing countries, such as Tunisia. The idea is to build a partnership between leading scientific institutions in Europe with partner institutions in low research and innovation performing countries. Thus, the idea is to transform the Center of Biotechnology into an excellent research center. And as you can see here, the title is Establishment of a Tunisian Center of Excellence for White Biotechnology. We get a nice score, but the project is not accepted because there is a big competition in this type of call. This is 13 on 15. This is evaluation. The second participation is on 2018. We participated in the same program with another project. In this proposal, we tried to enhance the networking activities between our institution and some leading counterparts at European level, in the goal to raise the research profile of the institution. I mean, of course, my institution, CBS, with a special focus on strengthening the research management and the administrative skills. This is the submission. The acronym is named CARTAGE, and the proposed title is Strengthening Tunisian Research and Innovation Capacities in White Biotechnology. After that, the proposal have not been accepted, so we participated a third time in 2018. We submitted another project. The proposal is have an acronym NGS Twin. This is to say we will like to use the technology of NGS, the next generation sequencing. Twin is the twinning project to form a consortium from CBS and two other European teams to enhance the technology of NGS. But the project also here has not been accepted, so we participated another time, the fourth time. And this time we participated with success. We submitted a proposal named From Next Generation Sequencing Microorganisms Towards Eco-Friendly Biotech-Based Products. This is the grant agreement, the number of the grant agreement. The budget, 1.4 million euros. This is the twinning projects. I mean by twinning, this is a project together, making together a consortium with two universities. The first one is George August University in Germany, which is a leading university in the NGS technology, and also Claude Bernard University from France, Lyon. To explain now the idea of the project, as you know, biotechnology is a very important sector to develop and applies microorganisms for the production of eco-bioproducts, having many applications, for example, in agriculture, in health, industry, and environment. On the other hand, the NGS technology, it is very known technology now, and it plays an increasingly and important role in improving and accelerating the development of this microbial strain that at the final stage can help us to develop these metabolites and discover new genes that be at the final stage can be used as ecological products. What is the problem? The problem that in NGS technology there are many challenges, such as the speed, the data storage, because we generate a big amount of data. After that, we have to exploit this huge amount of data. We have also need to choose the true algorithms to have a good results. So the idea is to stepping up and stimulate the scientific excellence of the CBS in biotechnology through addressing these gaps in the field of NGS and to have the help of two world-renowned European institutions, University of Göttingen in German and UCBL, University of Claude Bernard, Lyon. Of course, this is the general objective, advance NGS to develop original biotechnology products that can be used as ecological and alternative to chemical ones. We developed four types of products. Thermozymes. Thermozymes are enzymes that can work in extreme environment. Sporeless biopesticides. Biopesticides is known, but sporeless biopesticides, this is the originality. These are biopesticides without spore. Antioxidant, here we used ergothioneine, and the bioplastics to alternative to chemical plastics. This is the specific objective of our projects, to enhance strategic networking activity between CBS and its partners, improve creativity of our institution, improve excellence and capacity and resource in CBS, raise the reputation, research profile, and attractiveness of CBS, and strengthen the research management capacities and administrative skills in our institution. To do this, we proposed 5 work package. The work package 1 is dedicated to research, to the development of the 4 bioproducts. The work package 2 and 3, this is to strengthen and improve the capacity of CBS in technical and in data analysis of NGS. Finally, the work package 4 and 5, this is the classic work package dedicated to project management, coordination, and dissemination and exploitation of results. This is the first work package. As I said, to develop 4 biotech products. The work package 2, to enhance the capacity of CBS, the technical capacity, we scheduled many training and workshop, and all of them now are organized with success. Sometimes we organized some workshop not scheduled. This is some photo from the training in Bernard Lyon University or in Göttingen of CBS staff. Here, the workshop organized to enhance the capacity of CBS staff in genome sequencing of prokaryotic microorganisms. This is the workshop 3, organized to enhance the sequencing of fungi. Here, a non-scheduled workshop dedicated to improve the capacity in using the nanopore technology. In the work package 3 now, we move to enhance our capacity in data analysis. All the scheduled training or workshop are performed, are organized in CBS with success also. Here's some photo of this workshop. This is also some photo from a workshop, not scheduled, but organized to prepare CBS staff. Yes?
Okay, we should move.
Okay.
Okay.
Here to say that for work package 4, all the scheduled tasks are performed in time, 100% success to execute all the scheduled tasks.
Thank
Here,
you.
yes, some photo from the
Okay.
website, the creation of the website, the promotion tools. Here, some activity of clustering and networking. I have some time, or I finished.
You should finish because we have no time, and we have our colleagues from Egypt. That's why.
Oh, okay, Ahmed, I will go with speed here to show you the management and coordination activities. This is the kickoff meeting. This is some other meetings. Some of them are weekly meeting. Some of them are after each 6 month meeting with our coordinators. Just to show you the impact of the projects, many good impacts of this project on our institution. After that, we have now 5 international projects were accepted because the reputation of the CBS has improved. The ranking of CBS in MENA region, our ranking is 12 in the 2025. In 22, we are 24. Good improvement in our ranking. We now CBS staff become trainer after getting some workshop and training with our European project. Now we are can organize autonomously and organize workshops. Here some other participation in Info Day of our PMO, Project Management Office of CBS. We have more visibility with the PMO of some other university, mainly in Spain and the United Kingdom. This is the team of CBS of the two partners. Many thanks to UGPU, the unit of European project directed by Professor Hilmi Merdesi. Thanks to University of Sfax, and thank you for your attentions. And excuse me.
Okay, thank you.
No.
It's okay. Thank you, Professor Slim, for this nice presentation about this. I know the project, and I know also I see the impact of this project, and congratulations for this nice achievement. So let's move to our colleagues from Egypt. So we have 2 colleagues. We have Dr. Amr Radwan, and we have also Dr. Yusra. And you can take the floor, Dr. Yusra. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. Thank you for the organization. Thank you, Dr. Heba, for the invitation. Shall I share my presentation?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I think I sent it for you. Is it right?
You can click on the PowerPoint.
I think I shared it with you yesterday, Dr. Ahmed. Is it right?
I will see if it is.
Yeah, I sent it by email. I don't know. Sorry, I'm lost now.
Okay, I don't wait. Okay, I will try to share from my side. Okay.
Okay.
You can stop. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen. I will try to wait. Okay.
Stop share.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, good. Thank you. I'm
Yes.
sorry for this interruption. First, this is, I will go through very briefly for the presentation from challenges to impact lessons learned from EU projects. First, I will introduce myself. I'm Yusra Ahmed Sultan. I'm a professor doctor of animal nutrition, Faculty of Agriculture from Alexandria University. Next, please. Yeah. Here I'm presenting the project of PRIMA. This is as a coordination of the project of the mitigation livestock greenhouse gas emission, innovation, and impact. And also I served as one of the winners of the first PRIMA Women Greening Food Systems Award. This is award. Its first announcement was in 2024, and the results was in 2025. For this, okay, next. For this, I will go through this project briefly, and I was focusing in the women. Women are the key drivers of a change in the Mediterranean food systems. As you know, that the PRIMA program is focusing on the climate changes. So climate changes also through the greenhouse gas emissions and through the global warming. And one of the most potent solutions to mitigate the global warming is reducing the greenhouse gas. So we lead many of the projects that was funded from national and international agencies that focused on how to reduce or mitigate the greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture sector, especially from the livestock sector as the contributor or main contributor to methane emission. Methane emission also, it's a potent greenhouse gas. It's can or have 23 times as a potent greenhouse than the carbon dioxide. And it can be released or emitted from the livestock and from the manure of these animals in the lands. So in our journey to our innovation journey, our research in our that led by our Egyptian team more. Next, please. We developed many solutions to fight the climate changes or fight the global warming by reducing the emission of methane. And we started our work with the Mediterranean regions. This was the first our project for PRIMA that was sent in 2019. And we were 5 countries, 2 from the south and 3 from the north of the Mediterranean area. And it was first to search out the plants or shrubs that can adapt it well for our harsh conditions, salinity and water limitations also in our lands. Then after we also worked with some African countries in tropical regions that also we searched for alternative greens and alternative feed resources for the livestock. Also, all of the focus was on reducing greenhouse emission and at the same time maintain the productivity and obtain natural products. I mean, natural or organic products, meat or milk or eggs that are have high acceptance or high social acceptance, not only in European but also for the African and for the Arabic regions. Next, please. Yeah. Then after we started the last 5 years, also from many agencies, the national and international agencies funding our project. For the climate, also for the climate changes, we developed many prototypes to be as alternatives for the traditional growth promoters, which was widely used in the animal nutrition practical, like in antibiotics, like chemical growth promoters, and we promoted many prototypes in our lands after the pandemic of the COVID-19 because we stopped suddenly the import of the feed additives from abroad far from Egypt, and that time we started our new research line. It's including phytochemicals, including direct feed microbials, and also modified clays. Next. Yeah, just I wanted to go through the challenges that we faced in scaling our innovations across the region. The first is access barriers. This is reducing the, because of the most of the agricultural production of the culture in the hands was small farmers, small scale farmers, especially for women. And women actually it's acting as more than 50% of the animal producers here in North Africa are women. And unfortunately, they are in informal way to be in the production processes. This is the access barrier for the women, especially because they have challenges for the limited access to financial resources and technical support or animal and land ownership and financial support. Also, we have a low awareness. The low awareness, this is the most challenge for all the researchers. And when we are linked with the farmers, or are we linking with the stakeholders, because many farmers are unfamiliar with the nature-based or natural solution that they can convert the plant wastes or the wastes of the agriculture to be a high valuable byproduct that can be used or have and commercialized byproducts from the wastes they are produced from their lands. Next. Yeah. Also from the challenges. Yeah. Okay. For the how we believe as a researchers, we believe that the Horizon Europe matters for the Egyptian scientists. This is, as Dr. Heba said, that Egypt now is a part of the Horizon Europe. This since October 2025. So Egypt became an associated country in Horizon Europe. Maybe PRIMA is the most common program here and known for the North Africa, but Horizon maybe it have a wider countries and a wider challenge for the researchers. Not only the researchers they are belong to institutions or universities, but also for an entity have its own entity like the industrial companies or the startups. So I think the leadership of the Egyptian side for this type of the projects of Horizon Europe, it open a view for all the Egyptians to have to overcome the challenges for my Egyptian side to fill access and finding opportunities and leadership roles in international consortia. I think it will be very good opportunity for the Egyptian side. Next. Yeah. Also, for the Horizon Europe, how we can overcome challenges in our innovations across North Africa Mediterranean region. I think providing funding and access international consortia, supporting the capacity building as we said, for the students of the youth, especially youth women here, like master or PhD degrees or postdoctoral, they have a very good knowledge exchange programs for the when they are contributed or involved in Horizon Europe project. Promotes policy alignment and networking by connecting researchers with European Union and the Mediterranean policymaker and stakeholders, especially nowadays in Egypt, government of Egypt encouraging for all the members of the universities to have their own startups. I mean, they can produce or they can transfer the prototypes that are producing the labs or the incubations to be products or commercialized by products that can be reached for the hands of the consumers. Also encourage cross-border collaborations for sure. Horizon Europe can or shared projects increase regional adoption and strengths innovation ecosystem because of the wide range of the countries that can be contributed in Horizon Europe. Yes, please, next. Yeah. With this support, we believe that Egyptian scientists can move from participation to leadership in Horizon Europe. A shift to the mindset. Horizon Europe is now a realistic and accessible opportunity for all the researchers, for the Egyptian side, engage strategically that start as partners, the lead work, packaging, and progress toward coordination. So we can start first with the, to be a partner, then you can be a coordinator for a project. Strengths a partnership that build long-term collaboration with European and Mediterranean institutions, and very important for all the youth, especially for women, to empower the women and early career scientists. This is the main target for us, for the Egyptian women nowadays, of researchers, especially for the youth, to include in their contributions in this type of the programs of Horizon to Europe. It will have or enhance their scientific skill and their leadership. Next. Yeah, thank you. And here we are. Just to mention that we are very pleased and we are very happy to have any contributions, further contributions with our colleagues or our audience today. And we are searching for more contributions in Horizon Europe and BRIVA. Thank you so much. Thank you for my talk.
Thank you, Dr. Yusra, for this nice testimonial. And I think now we move to our colleague, Dr. Amr. Dr. Amr, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you. You can see my presentation, right?
I will stop sharing my screen and go ahead for try to share your screen.
I am sharing. Let me see. You should see it now, right?
No.
Stop share and then share again.
Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes. No. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay. Wonderful. So I know I'm the last speaker, and I believe many participants today would have several questions by now, I think, and also some points to discuss after all the previous sessions, and I see we have time for questions and answers after my presentation. I promise I'll not take long. I have only like 3 slides here, and first I would like to thank Ahmed and all the team for the invitation. And my name is Amr Radwan, and I'm a pharmacologist, and I'm part of the Medical Research Council in Egypt, and I'm speaking today on behalf of the Academy, the Egyptian Academy of Scientific Research and Technology, to share our experience in participation in a Horizon Europe funded project called ERA for Health, and it's as I said, it's implemented in Egypt by the Academy, by ESRT. So ERA for Health stands for Fostering a European Research Area for Health Research. It's a co-funded European partnership under Horizon Europe, running for 7 years, starting, it actually started in 2022. And in practical terms, it's a project, it's a co-funded partnership bringing together public authorities, funding organizations, research support organization together to implement a common agenda and also to align priorities. And this is happening through launching of joint transnational goals, and equally important also what we call as additional activities, and that includes capacity building, working together in strategy formation and strategy development, and stakeholder engagement as well. So the partnership is not only about funding, it's also about building a shared program and shared priorities and the shared goal processes and evaluation and learning across the countries involved. We have 48 partners As I said, Era for Health brings really a large network of organizations, and that includes authorities, funding bodies, but also European research infrastructure. We were actually part of this partnership since its initial stage and since the proposal development stage. And if I remember correctly, Egypt was the only non-European country beside Taiwan at that time joining the partnership, and later on the partnership grew bigger, and USA joined, and other countries joined the partnership, and the network now includes, or the partnership includes 48 partners from 27 countries. Maybe a bit of context here. How did it really start for us in Egypt to join Era for Health? We had an experience before. We were part of EuroNanoMed and ERA-PERMED, and these are other European funded projects and funded initiatives. And we're not a formal partner in these consortiums and projects. We only supported particular activities that were of interest to us in relation to personalized medicine and nanomedicine. And that's actually what motivated us to later on join Era for Health. We had accumulated this experience, and we see the value of a more systematic approach and coordination of efforts among funders, but also among research, health research support organizations. As Dr. Heba mentioned earlier today, we have a relatively low level of participation in health research. And we thought that's also another point that we should emphasize more on, or use all the different means to support enhancing the participation of Egyptian researchers in health research projects under Horizon Europe. So for us, it's a kind of a shift from supporting transnational projects somehow occasionally to co-shaping a shared health research program under Horizon Europe. And given the context of today's event, we see that this is also a very important platform for Euro-Mediterranean cooperation. Although we are the only South Mediterranean country as part of Era for Health, we have an ongoing discussion with Morocco, with our colleagues in Morocco, and other South Mediterranean countries, and I'm really glad to see that the Moroccan participation is moving forward, and we can have more South Mediterranean countries in this partnership. So the main objectives of Era for Health is to support relevant medical research across the full cycle, from prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, and that include different specific clinical fields and intervention areas that I will mention in my next slide. And next objective is to improve the use of existing health technologies in clinical practice. And this is important because sometimes the bottleneck is not really on the innovative idea or in the invention. It's more into the implementation, adoption, and evidence in the real world setting. And the third objective is the building capacity, especially for investigator-initiated clinical studies. And this is also another important point, because sometimes you have an excellent research ideas that are not really part of predefined topics, or not really prioritized by industry, such as comparative effectiveness or optimization of health research, public health systems. And these topics are still important, and that's why we are also giving the opportunity for investigator-initiated clinical studies to be funded by Era for Health. And the fourth objective is implementing responsible research and innovation practices across the program. And yeah, and in terms of implementation, we are the Era for Health moves in 2 phases. We are concluding phase 1, and we're starting phase 2 now. So phase 1 was more into coordination and consolidating of efforts, mapping of existing initiatives and support programs, looking into areas of synergy, and also launching particular goals that fits within the strategic research and the innovation agenda of the partnership. This slide looks busy and complicated, but my main point here is that the funding, which is the pink color here, is only one component in a bigger structure, and the goals are connected to a strategy, the strategic research and innovation agenda of the partnership, which includes the topics that you can see on the right side: prevention and public health strategies, nutrition, nano and advanced technologies for disease prevention, cardiovascular disease, and there is this room for flexible funding topics initiated by investigators. And yeah, one of the recent activities or recent calls that Egypt is part of, and it's called Prevent OO, Understanding and Preventing Overweight and Obesity. And the title is already telling, and it signals that we are tackling obesity research and overweight research not only as a simple lifestyle issue, but as a complex condition with biological and behavioral and environmental determinants. And we have 2 topics under this call, and Egypt is participating among 20 countries in supporting researchers addressing these goals. And this call is open at the moment with the deadline on 21st of January. And I would say from our side, as at the Academy in Egypt, the Era for Health is a very important platform, and not only to support Egyptian researchers in high quality transnational research, but also for us to contribute to shaping research agendas on public health priorities like obesity or cardiovascular disease or health equity. And it's also a mean to strengthen the Mediterranean cooperation. I'll stop here, and I don't want to take a long time. And I'm really I would like to thank Ahmed and Dr. Hiba for the invitation, and I'm here for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amr, for your presentation, your feedback also. And let's move to the final part for this session, and we can allow some live questions. Please, participants, leave your hands if you want to if you have the questions, and the team, me, Amr, Dr. Yusra, Alessandro also, Hiba, we are here for you if you have some questions. I see a lot of questions in the discussion, but please go ahead. Okay, let's start with the first one. Okay. Adesina, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you for this session. I've gained a lot from the presentation, right from the first presenter to those experiences from Africa project that already been approved. I want to ask, how can...
please, can you present yourself before and the country you present, just?
Okay, I'm Dr. Abiodun Ezekiel Adesina from Emmanuel Alliance, the University of Education, Oyo, Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
My question focus on can we have aspects of climate education and training as one projects to submit to Horizon Europe? And can we equally have other projects focusing on AI development and on the graduate entrepreneurability? We would realize that there's a challenge of graduates being able to set up business on themselves. Can we have a project like AI and entrepreneurability submitted to Horizon Europe by our institution?
Okay, I see the question. I think for Horizon Europe there is a lot of call of proposals. So I think I advise you to use keywords. Put the keywords, and there is a cluster, climate, and you can see there is more than many hundreds of call of proposal under Horizon Europe and the PELIA 2. And when you put the keywords, you will be able to connect with call of proposals. And for each call of proposal, we have the expected outcome, the impact, and the description of the call of proposal, and you will be able to see if you are ready to participate as a partner or not, and you can start looking for partners in order to respond for this call of proposal. This is the PELIA 2 for Horizon Europe, and I advise you to see this when I already made the live demonstration, the platform, and you can, like, when you put Horizon Europe and you choose, for example, Med Initiative, you will be able to connect with more than 17 call of proposal, but we have the possibility to put the keywords. This is my response to you. Just put keywords and you will see which call of proposal can be able to be similar with your idea. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Another question, please. I see there is a lot of questions related to presentations and slides. Okay, tomorrow we'll be able to put all slides, and of course the recording video for this session in your Access portal. So, and if you are connected with the mailing list of your Access, it's for free. You will be able to receive in your mailbox, of course, the flash notes that contain the recording video and all slides for today's session. Okay, this is just to be sure. Okay, we have another question from Mehdi Amir. Mehdi, please go ahead. Mehdi?
You hear me, please?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Dr. Mehdi Amir from Algeria.
Okay.
I want to ask you about criteria, number of partners. I want to submit a project about education and AI, and I want to know the numbers of partners. We have some criteria or condition about that. Thank you.
Okay, there is an eligibility condition for each call of proposal under Horizon Europe. At least 3 from member state or associate countries. In Africa, actually, we have Tunisia and Egypt associate countries, and of course, at least we have 3. But usually, when we submit a proposal, we have more than 8, 10, 12 partners. It depends of the call of proposal. It depends of the budget, of course. It depends of the details of each call. But the minimum required is 3 from member state or associate countries, but at least 1 from member state. This is the eligibility condition for each call of proposal. You are from Algeria, of course. Algerian organizations can participate, not only Algerians, but from all the region. They can participate and can be a partner and get fund from the project. But of course, I already said that we should find the suitable call of proposal, and of course start looking for partners. If it is the first time for you, I advise to participate as a partner, not as a coordinator, not as a lead, because leading a project means that you should have a lot of time and a lot of experience in management project, and you have already participated in other European projects before. So this is the advice. But of course, from Algeria, you can participate and you can be a partner in Horizon Europe. This is, but I'm still available to give you more details I will share my email in the discussion. It's africa@euraccess.net. This is the mail of Euraccess. When we receive some requests, we try to respond on each request related to the participation in Horizon Europe. Okay, let's move for the third question. Let's see the final question. Okay. Bello, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm Bello Winas from Ilorin, University of Ilorin, Nigeria. My question is on the participation. Please, how do we, the partners, how do we assess the partners? And since I've not led any European call or a project, but I've led projects in my university as a SRG and a Tech Fund, IBR, but I need collaborators or how to partner with anybody from for Horizon Europe call. Since I cannot go in as a lead for the first time, I want to also participate. So how do we get this channel to have people to participate with? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I see the question. So the request is to how to be involved in Horizon Europe in general. My advice is to enhance your visibility as a university, as an organization. You should enhance your visibility. You have a good website, and you be proactive, and you participate as today in this session in order to see the call of proposal, to see the deadline of each call of proposal, and to see the ways. There is a lot of ways to be a partner. And I advise you to connect with your network, European network, to contact the national contact points in each country in Europe, and try to express your interest as an organization to be part of this call of proposal. Of course, you can select many call of proposals, and for each call of proposal, you should have an expertise and experience to be able to participate with the positive way in the proposal writing phase. Leading the project means that I know it's a hard work, but I advise, if it is the first time, I advise to look and to participate as a partner, and to be able to connect with your network and with all platforms in order to succeed the first time as a partner. And after first time, it comes the second time, and you can be able to think to lead future projects. This is my advice. So, Alessandro, if you are here, you can add, if you want, some comments. I'm trying to respond for each. Yeah, we have 2 questions. Okay, the 2 final questions from Rida bin Salah. Okay, Rida.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm Idris Salah from Libya. As I know that Libyan organization is still, I mean, their participation in Horizon Europe is weak. So my question first, let's imagine that an organization from Libya is going to participate in Horizon Europe. What's the main criteria for the required criteria for the staff, the academic staff? I mean, should they be professors, has citations, or something like this? And the second part is what do you advance? I mean, some advices for Libyan organization to take a leg in these Horizon Europe projects. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, colleague. Alessandro, if you want to add some comments about this question.
Yes, Ahmed, thanks. No, but I maybe indeed I let you some break from the question, but indeed thank you the colleagues for the question. It gives me the opportunity to indeed maybe take the words also already spent by Ahmed concerning the complexity, of course, of the program that is, as you know, very competitive. So it's in many cases the starting point is often to try to contribute as a partner in an established consortium because sorry, I asked the colleague Bello to just switch the mic because we hear.
Yes, I want. Which Bello? It's Bello? No, I'll try to see which one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I was saying that so the idea of participating as a first time in the program is clearly more effective as a partner in a consortium, because indeed, as it was mentioned already by the colleagues, the Horizon Europe is clearly a program that aim at excellent science. So are the best projects that will be selected, of course, for the specific thematic. There are so many, as it was mentioned. The program is very large, so my really honest invitation is to analyze all this program and to really try to identify some specific interest in the work program where your organization, university, research entity, etc., could be really could have the chance to contribute with a consortium. So to reply to your question, more than giving you, let's say, the example of the title of the people who would be involved in this project, I would say it's more about what your organization or you as a researcher have developed in terms of science that can contribute to a consortium and make the consortium be selected for the project.
Yes, exactly, Alessandro. I think, but it depends also for the call of proposal, if it is PILIA 2 and PILIA 1, and of course it's like the expert evaluator try to evaluate the whole of proposal and try to evaluate the partners, their capacity to do the work with the good way. So that's why we advise to enhance your visibility as a team. You enhance your expertise in general in order to have the possibility to participate. Okay, let's move for the final questions from Mariam Hamid. Mariam, the final question.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
So I'm Mariam Hamid. I'm originally from Tunisia. I'm a postdoc researcher at the Technical University of Hamburg in Germany. we are planning to coordinate a project, which is the Green Transition Food Processing Africa. So I don't have a question, but I need to find some partners from Africa and from European countries also. So if anyone is interested on this, I can just put my contacts and we can like go on for this project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miriam, go ahead. Please share
Yeah.
your contact, because yes,
Okay.
I think it's nice when you see that like info sessions, we can make some connections with info sessions also. And if you want, we can share your request with your Access Africa channel. We can do that when we receive a request from European partner or African partner, and this organization wants to participate in call of proposal, we share this request with our database. So please go ahead and good luck for the proposal writing phase. I know that is not easy, but it's fantastic when you get the final result and bring you the high level experience. So I think we can move to the end, Alessandro, and for some the conclusion and some remarks in this session, please. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ahmed. I see in the chat also my dear friend Samira was doing some addressing some questions, but I would kindly ask her to address the question by email
directly,
to us,
okay.
so we can
Yes.
follow up with pleasure. So as you said, we come to the end of this session. This is our second session. We had the pleasure 2 days ago to have the webinar in French. So some of you have also already participated. I really have the pleasure to thanks once again Ahmed and Euraccess Africa to support us in this endeavor. This last intervention just show that I mean, what we are trying to do can bear some fruits of further cooperation. This is exactly the purpose of this webinars, of these meetings, and the offer from Ahmed to replicate this in the larger network of Euraccess shows that we are all very much engaged into this objective to really promote our initiatives. It has been said from the very beginning of this session, in the opening and in the presentation delivered by my colleagues, with the ultimate goal really to stimulate the participation, encourage the participation of the entities from the Mediterranean in a program in our dear Horizon Europe, which is very competitive. And so it's and we know very well, and this is really our idea, our essay, our let's say tentative to attempt to really try to encourage somehow the participation of the entities in Mediterranean. So my invitation really to close the webinar is to consult the work program very carefully. Really consult the list of the 17 topics or the 18 topics of the Mediterranean initiatives. These are against our roadmaps, as it was mentioned. So please have a look at our roadmaps. You will find, I think, interesting information on what are the priorities, what are the concrete actions that we are trying to reach in the Mediterranean. And the two are really correspondence. Aside of that, I invite you to go further and to explore this last work program of Horizon Europe. I insist on that. This is the last, 2026, 2027. the future is ahead of us. Of course, there will be another program, but this is really something that we know and we can already start to work on for the calls 2026, but also maybe start very much in advance to prepare for calls that will be announced or published in 2027, because the time goes fast and all these calls require a big preparation. With that, I thank you all very much for being many, like more than hundreds participants, on average, I think even 150 participants for the whole 2 hours, and we appreciate that. And I wish you good luck, as it was said, for this for the application to Horizon Europe. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Alessandro. Save the date for next week, 20 and 21. We have the Africa Initiative for 2 webinars, and we have also a lot of call of proposals for you. Please, we can say bye-bye now, and
thank you,
see you
everybody.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.